Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones by James Clear is a transformative book that focuses on the science of habit formation and offers practical strategies for developing good habits and breaking bad ones. Clear emphasizes that small, incremental changes referred to as atomic habits can lead to remarkable results over time. The book provides insights into how habits work, why they are difficult to change, and what steps can be taken to create lasting improvement in both personal and professional life. The essence of atomic habits lies in the concept that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of habits multiply as you repeat them. Small changes, if made consistently, can lead to significant outcomes, which Clear describes as the power of atomic habits. The habit loop, the 4 laws of behavior change. At the heart of atomic habits is the habit loop, a simple framework for understanding how habits work. Clear explains that every habit consists of 4 stages. 1. Cue, the trigger that initiates the habit. 2. Craving, the motivational force or desire behind the habit. 3. Response, the action you take in response to the cue and craving. 4. Reward, the outcome or satisfaction you gain from the habit. Clear uses these 4 stages to develop his 4 laws of behavior change, a step-by-step guide to creating good habits and eliminating bad ones. The laws are: make it obvious, design your environment to make the cues for good habits more visible, make it attractive, use strategies like temptation, bundling to increase the appeal of good habits, make it easy, reduce friction, and lower the barrier to starting new habits by breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps, make it satisfying, create a positive feedback loop by rewarding yourself after completing a habit, reinforcing the behavior. Conversely, to break a bad habit, you reverse the laws, make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, and make it unsatisfying. Small habits and incremental change. Clear emphasizes that small habits are the building blocks of substantial change. He argues that we often focus too much on big goals, while underestimating the power of tiny improvements. These small improvements, if compounded over time, can lead to exponential growth. For example, a 1% improvement each day may seem trivial, but over a year, it can result in a 37 times improvement. The key takeaway is that by focusing on small, manageable changes rather than overwhelming goals, you can avoid burnout and ensure that your habits are sustainable. Clear suggests starting with habits that are so easy they seem trivial, then gradually increasing their difficulty as they become ingrained in your routine. This approach to habit building is based on the concept of marginal gains, which suggests that many small improvements, when added together, result in significant progress. Identity-based habits. One of the most compelling ideas in Atomic Habits is the concept of identity-based habits. Rather than focusing solely on goals or outcomes, Clear argues that lasting change comes from focusing on the type of person you want to become. He distinguishes between outcome-based habits and identity-based habits. Outcome-based habits focus on achieving a specific result, for example, losing weight, writing a book. Identity-based habits focus on becoming the type of person who achieves those results, e.g., becoming a healthy person, becoming a writer. Clear explains that every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you want to be. When you focus on your identity, you are more likely to sustain the behaviors that align with that identity. For example, instead of saying, "I want to run a marathon," say, "I am a runner." By adopting the identity of a runner, you naturally begin to engage in behaviors that support that identity, such as running regularly. This shift in focus from outcomes to identity is powerful because it aligns your habits with your sense of self, making them more sustainable in the long term. When your actions are consistent with your identity, habits become easier to maintain because they feel like a natural part of who you are. The role of environment and social influence. Clear stresses the importance of environment in shaping your habits. He argues that people often focus too much on motivation and willpower, when, in fact, the environment plays a more significant role in determining behavior. By designing your environment to make good habits easier and bad habits harder, you can influence your behavior without relying on willpower. For example, if you want to eat healthier, keep nutritious food within easy reach and remove junk food from your environment. If you want to read more, place a book on your pillow so that you are reminded to read before bed. In short, you should design your environment to support the habits you want to build. Clear also emphasizes the influence of social environment. We tend to adopt the habits of the people around us. So surrounding yourself with people who share the habits you want to cultivate can make it easier to develop those habits. This is known as social proof, where we copy the behavior of those in our social circles, consciously or unconsciously. The plateau of latent potential and the importance of patience. Clear addresses the common frustration of not seeing immediate results from new habits, which he calls the plateau of latent potential. Often, we expect progress to be linear, but in reality, there is a delayed reward for consistent efforts. This is why many people give up on their habits too early. They don't realize that meaningful change often takes time to manifest. Conclusion: Atomic Habits provides a clear and actionable framework for developing good habits and breaking bad ones. James Clear emphasizes that small changes, when compounded over time, can lead to significant personal transformation. By focusing on the 4 laws of behavior change, designing an environment that supports positive habits, and aligning your habits with your desired identity, you can achieve lasting change and continuous improvement. The book is not just about behavior modification, it's about reshaping your approach to life, emphasizing that tiny, consistent improvements can lead to monumental outcomes. Whether you want to get fit, improve productivity, or cultivate healthier relationships, the principles in Atomic Habits offer a practical path to long-term success.